That's like cruel and unusual punishment there, my friend.
Exactly. Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 324. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. I'm your host, Chad Wallace, and in this show, we will be bringing you a red dot, a forend, cheap shotguns, and my hate comes back for a 5.7 pistol thing. With me tonight, of course, are Tony, Rob, and Zane. So, what did you guys do in guns? Zane hasn't been on in like a couple weeks, so maybe he should start.
I have done a ton of dry fire because I can't show the pistol because we're live on YouTube. Can't handle guns live because I have a red dot on a gun now. So I've done probably at this point several thousand presentations from the holster, just practicing, picking up the dot from the holster. So a ton of that, a little bit of range time.
You're gonna have to start that over once you get a holster that's better.
I have a custom holster it works with, and I have a review in progress for a holster.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And I have
Rob, go ahead.
On the way for it.
Oh, good. That's right. It's just going to take you a long time to get it.
Yeah, it's 90 days out.
Yeah.
It's farther.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tony, Rob.
Well, I'd like to thank Rob because Rob is one of the people that donated ammo towards the diversity shoot. And Thursday, I went and picked it up from Gun for Hire Range in Woodland Park. And I saw a few friends of mine there, especially my friend Rhiannon was there, which was great seeing her. And she picked up some stuff. And I just got to be with my friends in Jersey. Also, I ordered a book from Vickers, and it's the AR-15 Volume 2. And I got it to give away to patrons on Patreon. And it's book 154 out of 250, signed by Larry Vickers, with a paragraph to whomever wins it for thanking them for supporting us. And I thought that was really cool. Plus, it comes with a print of a SR-25 that was actually used in Afghanistan, and it's signed by Larry Vickers too. And the coffee table book is just banging. And I didn't open. I just checked it, saw that Larry signed the front, closed the book back. I'm not going to finger fondle somebody's book, but Ian from Forgotten Weapons, Gun Jesus, wrote me a letter thanking me and saying keep up the good work. So I thought that was cool. So at least I get this from Ian, for 250 bones. So I'm hoping it makes some money on our Patreon and bring some cash in from people that kind of dig things like that.
Sweet.
That, and I'm doing a build for an AR. Finally, I just got my stuff together. I got all the parts in. I just didn't do it this weekend, and I was going to. So that was my thing. Everything's together. I'm just trying to figure out what lower to put it on.
Nice. Rob, I'm guessing you did the same thing as me.
Well, I was going to go. It was raining Saturday. I was going to go to the gun range Sunday, but I had a friend call me up, and he was having an existential crisis with his girlfriend. So it's like, okay, time to go smooth things over and help them out to the best of my abilities, which being a single guy is not really, you don't want me playing Sigmund Freud, So,
well, it depends on how you want it to go.
Well, I just sit back and listen.
Hey, that's,
drink single malt scotch and then smoke a cigar and listen to them go at it. But
for a friend, that's all you can do.
Yeah, Tony, if they ever open up the gun ranges in Jersey, I hope you use that ammo in good health.
Thank you. Yeah, we have to figure out how we're going to run events. And the reason I'm really pushing it because I'm going to be on Double Tap next month. I'm going to be on John Crump tonight. I'm trying to push this because I know I won't be able to depend on getting money from diversity shoots for the next couple diversity shoots, if you know what I mean. Because I know we don't know how we're going to run things. we don't know how we're going to maintain the 6 feet or whatever the heck we do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're bringing new people in, so you have no idea how skittish they're going to be. What rules we got to run by. We had 40 people in the classroom and we sell out all the tickets. Now, how do I fill a classroom with people if they can't be within 6 feet of each other?
Good question.
Like how does all of that happen? How do you bring new people in? How do you put someone in the port to train a guy who's never shot a gun or a lady who's never shot a gun? But
if the instructor can't be 6 feet away from them, ooh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, exactly. So all of this has to be figured out, and I need to be able to financially float and keep the diversity shoot going until then. You know what I mean? To be able to host the next one, to be able to pay for prizes and stuff that I'm going to be giving away. That kind of thing.
We got you. Well, yeah, like Rob did. I didn't do anything exciting. I'm trying to think. We did, however, get some cool stuff, since we'll just get into the announcements now because I'm boring. I'll skip around. We have our listener question episode coming up. Probably release on the 3rd of July, so whenever we record it. So get your questions in. Anybody submitting questions entered for a drawing. If you're a Gun and Gear cult member and submit a question, you get an extra entry. As of right now, Matador Arms has given us a $50 gift certificate and some swag. Odin Works has given us some t-shirt and stickers. And Faxon came through. They sent us 2 of their new 9mm barrels and bolts to go with them, so you can, for AR, so 1 bolt barrel combo. One is it's their built-in compensator flash hiders. One's a flash hider, one's a compensator. They're both black.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chad.
Inches.
You said they sent us one of those barrels. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and 1 bolt to go with it. Yeah,
And
no,
because one of those is for T&E, right?
no. But
I actually have a Faxon 9mm bolt and barrel.
is yours the
that
integral one?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah,
they were doing that.
It's for T&E. Tony, and second is for everyone.
Oh, that's why they got shipped
Tony
here.
never wanted the diversity shoot.
Because if Tony got them, he would give away used barrels.
Nope, tested barrels.
Oh,
Your
okay.
safety, because of the COVID-19, your safety is of
My priority.
That's right.
I just had to laugh because I'm like, wait a minute. Every company's emailed me talking about how because of COVID-19, my safety is their highest priority. I'm like, well, you didn't give a damn about me before COVID?
Well, then you should give me guns so I can be safe.
Nice.
But so go to the gunandgearcult.com. You can pledge your support for us here. We'll use money to buy stuff like stuff to review and stuff like that. Maybe I got some stickers being made for the cult. We have $1, $5, $15, $25 levels. Will C is at our $25 level, and we thank him very much for his support. Of course, bandwidth sponsor is Patriot Patch Co. There are no new patches for pre-order, but June's exclusive patch of the month is looks like a red and blue and white AR with some duct taped on grenade launcher, which basically is a firework. Maybe
It's a 40mm flare launcher.
Kind of.
You can own a 40mm flare launcher because it's not a.
No, you can own a
37
37mm flare launcher. Yeah,
I mean, you can own a 40mm, but
you can pay a $200 tax stamp to own the
every
40.
single round to shoot out of it also requires a tax stamp.
Well, if you want the grenades, if you're shooting chalk or some of the
flares, markers,
or like the ones with multiple like 22 shells in them. Those I think are still legal with a $200 tax stamp.
I want the grenades.
I know you want the grenades, so do I, but that's just not how it works.
Yeah, let me explain. If I get any of it, I'm not worried about the tax stamp or legalities because
because
Joycey.
Yes. So, of course, if you're shopping Amazon, please use the firearmsradio.tv/Amazon review. If you're shopping Matador Arms or Men 2, please use our affiliate links in our show notes. And I will also mention that Combat Flip Flops, I got a message saying they were sending a package of something. So they have something for our Q&A show also. And now...
Good. Nice.
Yeah. Rob, I don't know what. It literally, I looked at the email they sent and it said, under shipping, it said swag. Or it might have said swag. I can't remember.
Way.
Yeah. So,
Well, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't make sense if they sent flip flops or shoes, because if they sent like a size 11, you'd have to wear a size 11 to win it.
exactly. But I have no idea what they're sending.
But they've
So,
got some pretty cool stuff on their website.
yeah.
Or maybe it's like a coupon for a flip flop. I don't know.
Or heck, if it's stickers, T-shirts, whatever. We don't.
Yeah, whatever.
You know.
Free crap's free crap. It's my favorite price. Free 99.
That's right. And we're giving our free 99 away. So, Rob, guess what time it is?
I don't know.
Guess. Okay. It's disclaimer time.
It's 9:13.
There you know, it's 6:13. No, it's
The
disclaimer.
views and
time.
opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and/or their employers. This is not legal advice, nor should it be considered as such. Viewer discretion is advised. This is especially true on live shows. And since we're all lazy, didn't do a main topic tonight for a review, here is the product spotlight and discussion. This is not the review section. And yay, Chad, start us off with a Escort Slugger shotgun.
Yes.
Wait.
We'll have to explain this one, but they're an imported shotgun. But Escort has a Slugger series. MSRP $209.99 to $219.99. Yeah, that's part of the reason I stuck it in the show notes. These are, what are they? Hot Sun?
Hot Sun.
Okay, whatever. Whatever Tony said. They're imported, of course, but they are a, pump gun, and we will go through them. The more expensive one is the tactical version. Basically, it has a pistol grip stock, which in my case I would not want, but, besides that, I think it may have an adjustable stock. It doesn't really say, but it looks more like it, and the stock holds like 5 shells if you want to stick them in there some weird way. But 12 gauge, 3-inch shells. They are synthetic stocks and forends. The recoil pad is rubber, of course. The receivers are anodized aluminum. They are not a steel, but the barrel is a nickel chromoly steel chrome lined barrel on both of them. They are 18 inches. They have fixed cylinder chokes or none whatsoever. Cross bolt safeties, 5+1 capacity. They have a fiber optic front sight. No rear sight, just a front sight. They're 38 inches long and they weigh 6.5 pounds basically. And let's see, they quote it as oxidation proof because of the aluminum and chrome plated barrels. It will, of course, shoot 2 3/4 inch shells. It does have spacer shims to adjust the slope of the stock, so you can adjust the drop for you. And let's see, that pretty much sums it up. It's got sling stud mounting points, or sling mounting points. I put these in here because, if they come in like at $160, $170, they may be worth buying. It's kind of like when you were able to import the Chinese.
Noriko?
Well, no, there was another one, but they were an 870 copy also. And
all right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they were dirt cheap, and they were decent for what they were. One, they're not semi-auto, so you got to pump. They got chrome lined barrels. I mean, that's saying more than a lot of the barrels you can get. So for longevity, that'll help. I don't know if they're going to be terrible. I'm sure the finish is not great on them for that price. But if you know somebody that needs a cheap shotgun and this may be the case. I mean, I'd have to see one, shoot one, but you know, if I see one dirt cheap, I might just buy it just to see.
Now, I think I have one of these because
Yes,
I don't know
Tony
if
might even have one.
yeah, I don't know if here's the thing. Hot Sun makes some stuff, a lot of stuff. I've been on their mailing list for a while. I got into them because of air guns. So that's how I know Hot Sun. They make solid air guns that are less expensive than like top of the line stuff. I see them as somewhat like a Ruger in the firearms industry. Like they make solid stuff. It's just not that first tier solid stuff. They're shotguns. Now I was looking at a couple of their escorts, and then I went on because it's really hard to find their stuff. It's really annoying. I mean,
Yeah.
I figured they do a better job. And I'm comparing it, and I'm wondering, did they buy? There's Turkey. It's from Turkey. A lot of people hate Turkey, whatever. I really don't care about geopolitics because nobody cares about my $199. Turkey ain't going to somehow give all the millions of money we give them back every year because I stopped buying the shotgun. But what I did say is Turkey has a long history of building good guns, like Black Powder time, Turkey and Ford. So I think there's a company that builds them and then sells them to other companies so other companies can put their name on it. Because this looks a lot like the ATI that I have that was imported into New York. And of course, it's not from ATI, it's from another company. It's a solid shotgun, bro. I mean, I've ran it through classes. I've taught people to shoot on it. I mean, it does everything anything else does, except you don't have a accessory market because this is not like a direct clone. You won't be able to put the parts on from an 870 or a Winchester. But the thing runs. If you just want to get a solid shotgun, I think a lot of us have learned during this COVID thing, having a couple extra guns might be a good thing that you don't have to put a lot of money in, but it actually runs. Yeah, you have your Mossberg or you have your 870 kitted out like you want, but you got those extra couple of guns that may be used for trade items later or may have to outfit somebody else you know, and you don't want to drop $400 or $500 on your brother-in-law who's too lazy to buy a gun when you told him to. You know what I'm saying? So you can pick one of these up for 200 bones, leave it in the pack, you know, clean it, make sure it works, make sure it cycles, shoot some clays with it, and then that becomes the secondary or tertiary shotgun.
That's and you're not breaking the bank. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know about these other guys. I mean, it doesn't say anything about reduced power loads. So Zane might be out.
Wow, it took us 5 minutes to get to that.
I mean, hey, we were being nice.
I mean, the tactical quote unquote version is ugly.
The what? Tactical version? Oh,
yeah.
I was looking at that and I'm like,
Not
yo,
even
dude,
at all.
tell me it doesn't look like somebody, it doesn't look like it was put together at a gun show.
I just don't like the way the pistol grip doesn't match up to the trigger guard. But
I just don't like pistol grips on shotguns. So you know,
well, you don't like beating up your wrist for no reason whatsoever and making it difficult to reach the controls on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Pistol grips on shotguns are awesome until you shoot the shotgun, and then you realize, oh, this is dumb.
Mhm.
Unless you're breaching or something, but even then, there's ways around that.
Yeah,
Right.
believe me.
Right.
I don't know very much about them, but they look interesting for $200. I mean, I don't want to say you can't go wrong, but it'd be kind of hard to go wrong for that price.
I think they look cheap. They are cheap, so that.
Oh yeah,
$200. What do you expect?
exactly.
Well,
You get a Benelli Vinci for $200. I mean,
Actually, they don't look that cheap.
The
But what they
tactical
do
one
look
does.
like the
tactical
tactical
one.
one, the tactical one has all the Mall Ninja stuff on it,
Yeah.
and I find it funny. And like, if I could find the tactical one for $199, I might get it just to have fun with it. But I'd ditch that pistol grip in stock. I'd hopefully find something you can put on it. But
and it
anyway,
looks like a fixed stock. So
the reason,
Yeah.
again, I think one of the best reasons is to have, like, for my classes, to have another shotgun in case the students goes down or something like that. I'm not giving them an 870. I'm not giving them a freaking. I'm like, because I'm probably running the class with my 870 or my Winchester 1300.
Yeah, I exactly.
I mean, if you're trying to build a stable of guns for a reason, I think this will work. And yes, it is what it is. I think you get more than you paid for. It's an inexpensive gun, but I don't think it's a cheap gun. At least none that I saw.
Well, and that's the thing is, it's not like it's going to blow up or anything like that. I mean, it's a pump. So even if something tries to jam, a lot of times you can force it out at least.
And as far as these accessories go, dude, it's made in a country. I don't think they run like a bunch of tactical stuff on their shotguns.
Hey, that tactical one has a little rail on the front of the pump.
Yeah, I know.
I saw that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, for your flashlight or bipod. But I'm looking at it like, all right, maybe in other countries they don't run as much stuff all over their guns as we do here. So they just build it and smack it on. And they're not going to, I'm figuring it has leapers, leapers. Is that the name of the company?
Yes,
or UTG?
yes.
Yeah, I figured it's that kind of grade of railing and other stuff, but you never know. I figured it's worth a try, and if it sucks, hey, you've bought horrible things for $200 or less.
Oh, all the time. All the time. Okay, well, that was the Escort Slugger Series shotguns. Next up, Riton Optics has their X3 Tactics MR Miniature Pro Red Dot, I think, MPRD. MSRP is $299.99. I'm going to get to their actual website here so I can tell you what it actually is. Yes, it's the MPRD. It has a 3 MOA dot. It's a little different than some of them. There's a up down button. It looks like the brightness up button is on the left side and the brightness down is on the right side. A little different than some of the others. It does have one MOA adjustments. It runs a Shield RMSC footprint. So that's their little compact version. It does have 10 levels of illumination. Levels 1 and 2 are night vision compatible. It uses a 2032 battery and has 50,000 hours of life. It is waterproof, fog proof, all that. It runs their HD glass. Yeah, I mean, there's only one piece of glass in it, or basically, but it comes with their performance coating, helps with low light enhancement and anti-scratch. Of course, it has no parallax because of what it is. It is a 3 MOA dot. It is made of aluminum 6061. You have 70 MOA of adjustment in it. It is 1.6 inches long and only 0.98 inches wide, so an inch basically. It weighs a whole 0.6 ounces. I was looking to see, it looks like the battery is underneath, which, I don't have a super problem with. And let's see, their mounting, they actually have a diagram on their website of how to mount, of like where the mounting hole spacing and stuff is, which is kind of nice if you're cutting a slide for it. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I was forgetting on this. I could have swore there was. That's why I'm hesitating here. But I don't see it.
Really good warranty.
It's pretty much, the industry now standard. You destroy it, they'll fix it. Oh, here's what I was thinking. It does have a 12-hour auto off and no auto on, but at least it's 12 hours. I'm not keen on auto offs. There is I should open the manual here and see if maybe you can turn the auto off while you guys discuss this thing. It didn't.
I have been looking through the manual.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's only 7 pages long. First of all.
Well,
so I don't see anywhere that you can do that. I could be missing it, but I don't see where you can do that.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So there's one thing. At least they have all this stuff on their website, which is more than I can say for a lot of companies.
I love how
maybe when we review tonight.
They have an explanation of parallax in their manual, and then they say that it's considered parallax free because if there's no such thing as true parallax free. So I just found that kind of comical.
Right, because anytime you put a lens a piece of glass or anything, technically you have
Yes.
some sort of parallax. And so, yeah, I understand that, but essentially it is parallax free.
Sure.
I didn't see what size the window was. Did anybody catch that? I don't think it said.
It
Just
is.
we'll get Master Zane here.
I don't see that
Okay.
in the. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in the technical specifications on their owner's
Yeah.
manual,
Right.
and I don't see where it says the size of the window. Although
Okay.
it's really thin, so it's pretty much the size of the optic.
Yeah.
because-
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's, it's what it is what it is, but it's their smaller version. So of course it's not going to be as big as some of the standard versions. I have not seen this, but I've seen other right on products, and I think they're good. I think they're starting to build a good reputation with their stuff.
They say it'll do 1,500 G's of shock worth of impacts. So that's a bold statement because they got to know Cowan's going to throw it off his balcony.
Exactly. And well, is he
Mhm.
going to throw it off on a gun or not on a gun? See, that's a difference too.
On a gun, you got to be kidding.
Actually, he doesn't throw pistol optics off his balcony. He drops them from shoulder height. But
Which that's a legitimate test though, because
Sure.
you could have your gun up shoulder height and drop it. I mean, or get it knocked out of your hand.
Or the more likely thing is, if something happens, a cop comes up to you and they say, drop it, you're going to take your gun and just throw it on the ground, right?
Exactly.
in all reality, more likely it's going to get banged into door jams and the side of the car or
Yeah, Zane's gonna, or in my case, not with a red dot optic, but I might have been walking the other day and had a bicycle handlebar hit my carry gun.
That'll happen. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a bold
I mean,
claim.
it
That's
saved
a lot of
it didn't. It testament to the holster. It stayed in, didn't even move, and the handlebar didn't hit me. So, that's a good thing. Okay, Tony is gone. Wait. Now he's back.
Well,
Tony?
that's nice. That's a fine how do you do. I get to listen to you clowns.
Well,
Show sucks without me being on it.
no, it doesn't. It was nice and quiet, and everybody said what they needed to say.
I hope is a good optic. I mean, the more options we have, the better. I mean, I've said it every show for about 4 years. Dude,
Yeah.
we're in a golden age, man. I mean, come on. There was like 2 good optic companies back in the day. It was like Weaver.
4 years ago.
Well, I'm
Oh.
talking about 20 years ago. It was like Weaver and Lupo, and maybe Swarovski if it was around. I mean,
Well, Trijicon was around.
20 years ago?
Yeah,
Mm,
that was
I don't
only
know.
2000.
Oh yeah, damn. I
You
keep
got to go
forgetting
back
20
like 40 years, Tony.
I keep forgetting 20 years ago was not 1980.
Yeah. You're welcome, Tony.
The other thing is with the rise in popularity of the smaller guns, the Glock 48s, the 365s, the whatever Springfield Hellcat. These smaller optics are going to be popular because this one, it uses the shield footprint, which normally I'd be like it should be an RMR, but in this case, that's fine because it's made for a more narrow slide. So
Right.
as far as I know, there are not a lot of options in that category. I think Hollison has one coming out.
They do, and I think theirs
507A.
uses the shield.
Yeah, and
One
I think
also.
that there's the shield, but I mean, other than that, there's none in this category. So I hope it works. I hope it's good. They got a rock solid warranty. If you look in their manual, it says, no questions asked, no proof of purchase. If you break it, we'll just send you a new one. But that's not very comforting. A warranty is not very comforting to me if the product sucks. You know what I'm saying? Right. A warranty is only good if the product doesn't suck. So
yeah, because if it's a decent product, and then maybe something happens, you break it or it, then okay. But I'm with you. If the product sucks, a great warranty, even if you have to send it back every month, is no good.
Right.
And that's a way to say it, because some of the guys who just repeat what other people say just says, well, it has a great warranty. That doesn't mean anything. No, that actually means something. It just means less if the product breaks all the time.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And
so I hope it's good.
I think companies like this give them those warranties because, they have faith in their product is,
Well, they can't afford to be replacing everyone's optic once a month. So
exactly.
But at
And
the
I-
same time, your average guy who's going to go to the range and put 50 rounds a year through it ain't going to break.
It's
They're not
never
gonna
going to
break
have
the
any
one from
problems.
Walmart. So,
Right.
But what's
We'll see.
happening, because I think what's happening because these optics are getting cheaper and more accepted in the mainstream, is PDs and security companies and just more and more people that do use their guns, or at least if not use their guns, the guns get banged around a lot after they're installed.
Yep.
They want to have a good warranty, so when they start getting contracts, people start looking at them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Holosun, really credit to them, really kind of changed the pistol optic game. I mean, because before it was Trigicon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And
exactly.
that was the Point Pro if you were a hipster. But Holosun came out, it's like, now we can do it just as good for half the price. So you're seeing that price come down.
Exactly.
Yeah, because even Vortex wasn't in it that hardcore, as hard as Hollison stepped into it.
No.
And they were like,
Vortex on when it comes to pistol optics, I think.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
well,
I went with Holosun on my. I can't, with that.
yeah. That's
hey, I'm showing mine,
That's
but
a
my camera's
nice.
off.
That is a really nice squirt gun you have there, Zane.
So do you think we'll ever get to the point where everybody's using the same style of mounting base, so you don't have to have?
I
The
would
industry will
hope
have
so.
to get there. The
Yeah.
industry will
They'll
have to
either
decide
get
on
there,
its own.
or they'll do an industry standard footprint, like with a plate system, and it will not be the Glock MOS system because it's terrible. But they'll get to like the agency has. their
Yeah,
own,
something a lot of companies do, but yeah, that's not like the MOS system, but
I think
has
we'll probably get to 2 footprints: one for the narrow slides, one for the
standard
double
size.
stacks.
I that's what I'm hoping, and it looks like the narrow ones might be a standard sooner.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what it looks like.
so that
Right now
was
we're down to 2 on the full size, right? You got
Yeah.
Delta Point Pro and you got RMR. Anyone who's doing something different from one of those,
which is the
get out of here.
the
and then
Viper
for the small
Shield.
one-
Yeah.
Yeah. And when the small one, you got the shield. And
Yep.
so
So that was the right on X3 MPRD. Next up, we have something quick and simple. Odinworks has a new R2 forend out. I put the long one in here, but basically you get a 15-inch and a 17.5-inch version. The 17.5 is $189. I kind of put this in here, one, because I like the Odinworks stuff, and their forends have always been quite nice. It's basically, a free float forend made of 6005 T65 651 aluminum, which is a little different than some. It weighs 9.2 ounces without the hardware, and the hardware adds 2.65 ounces. So what is it? 11.85 ounces. Inside diameter is 1.35 inches, so you can get stuff inside it, at least some stuff. That was for the 17.5-inch version. Basically, it has a short chunk of rail on the top, and then just your standard nothing, and then a longer chunk of rail at the front. Looks like it has 3 M-LOK slots on the front of the handguard, and then which means 90, 180, all of those. For some reason, my computer does not like me, and so when I try to click on the larger photo, it's not letting me. But hey, what do I care? Like I said, I like their forends. I thought this was pretty cool. It's got some like kind of triangle weird patterns in them. It looks like anti-rotation little wings on it, so it'll fit on most forged receivers and probably most aftermarket billet ones, but not all of them. It is a clamp-on style. I'm assuming it's like their Ragna and O2 that I have used in the past. And it's got a little angle at the front so you won't snag it on stuff. That pretty much sums it up. It looks like right now you can only get it in black, maybe FDE, but I think just black.
I was looking around for somebody trashing Odinworks forends, so I watched like the Ragnar video and other things. I haven't seen it, and this thing is pretty light because usually, I mean, even the lightweight ones are about an ounce an inch when it comes to the whole thing when you put it together. So a 17-inch, 18-inch would be 17 or 18 ounces. This is like what, 12, 11?
Yeah, what did I say? 11. Oh, just under 12 ounces complete.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the flip side is, I mean, this had better be a range gun and not your duty gun, because I got a feeling a good thwack on this thing and it's moved. I mean,
they flex. So as long as you don't put a sight on the rail, you should be okay.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Understand
Right.
what you're getting and why you're getting it.
Yeah, exactly. I have one of their 15-inch Ragna forends that I really like. But yeah, it's being a long forend, they do flex. So just don't put a front sight on them, and they weigh, and it's 11.1 ounces. So, and it's super light.
So
But
what you're saying is just run like a optic off the upper receiver?
Yeah, because if you do anything with like a front sight mounted to this, unless you had like mounted it to the barrel, but most people don't. In this case, yeah, it's gonna flex. Just you putting pressure on it could flex it some.
So the
But
point of this is just for somebody who wants an uber light forend.
yes, and
Okay.
it's a kind of a cool looking pattern. I mean, it's kind of cool looking.
No, I'm not arguing
Yeah.
that. I'm just okay.
I mean, truthfully, look, dude, it's cool, but you run a class, sometimes you want the lightest rifle you can get, but you want one to make sure it makes it to the end of class. But if you got a 3-day class where you're holding that rifle up, toting that rifle, throwing that rifle on your shoulder, doing all kinds of dynamic movements, God, I hate those words. With stuff like that, yeah, you want a lighter gun, but it also has to be rugged enough to handle it. And if not, hey, that's cool because you can have an awesome range gun too. Or like my wife, she wants a lighter gun. Like if I can cut weight off, fine, because her AR-15 would be her home defense AR-15. It would probably make a class and a trip to the range occasionally. But outside of that, it's a house gun.
Yeah, and there's ways of making a lighter gun, like instead of use one of these super light forends, but use like a 12-inch on a,
Yeah.
There's ways. You don't need to use this super long 17.5-inch, but it's just kind of what I wanted to put in here. I saw it was new. I was like, they make good stuff.
All right.
So
Let's get ready to rumble.
I guess we lost Zane. He didn't want to hear about this. He needed more beer. That was the Odinworks R2 forend. Now,
He's getting ready for the next thing.
I think he is.
There we go.
I've been getting ready all show. Next
All right.
up.
What is that, water?
Nah, it's a margarita.
Oh.
Kind of. No salt around the rim.
Oh Lord, he's got a margarita in him with no salt. He's gangster.
So up next, Diamondback. See, brought out their DBX 5.7. MSRP is $12.99. Okay.
So
Now,
Chad, what does the website say about this wonderful little pistol?
let's see. Their website has a video that tells you absolutely nothing. And if you sit here and watch every so often underneath the one picture they have of it, it comes up and says, oh, look, right here, magazine, 20 round, FN57 compatible. And it has a rear Picatinny mounted side folding brace. Oh, wait, here we go.
Wait, you can open the website?
Yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah, Zane, we actually have
I'm getting
internet, not dial-up.
Zane, you know why?
I'm getting a 404 page not found.
They have
Oh.
it blocked.
Well, I thought it was because it asked if you were over 18. I figured that's why. Zane could get
Hilarious.
in.
No, I clicked the link. It wouldn't open.
Come on, Zane. Even 12-year-olds know. Are you over 18? Yes.
I Googled it. And I Googled Diamondback Firearms. It came up, clicked it, nothing.
Oh,
I can't pull the website up.
Okay, I just clicked on a link in the show notes.
And it took you right there. Okay.
Yeah, it took me right there.
As some people know, and this is why I really do have a love-hate relationship with this particular firearm, because everything I have seen that Diamondback has brought out, when I see it in a store, is just not up to par. And so, of course, I go to their website to learn about this, and it tells me absolutely pretty much nothing but a picture. Now, I do like the design. I'm hoping their barrel is actually turned on a CNC machine this time, not by hand. I do like that it has the little pick rail at the back for the stock, or brace in this case. It does take AR fire control groups. I have an article on guns.com linked in our show notes because they actually have stuff that says on it. Extended, it's 25.4 inches. Folded, it's 16.9.
I can open the guns.com link.
Oh, well, at least you can open that link. It tells you all the information you need to know anyway. It does have an Magpul MOEK grip. The thing's made of 6061. It says here they're going to offer 2 models or maybe something different, so you can use the 5.7 mags or the Ruger 57 mags. Compatibility, so 20 rounds in either case. Without the brace, it's about 3 pounds. With the brace, it's like 3.7 pounds. Unloaded. It is threaded half 28. It is in 5.7. The thing is I like the design. I actually could get behind this if it was made by somebody else. It's kind of like other people have hate for certain companies on this show. I have hate for this company, and I'm telling you this because the gun looks like it could be a decent gun. But I don't know. I really want to see one at the local store to find out. Go ahead, Rob.
I like the 5.7 round. I've got a couple 5.7 pistols and rifles, and I've got the AR 5.7, which is nice and fun to play with.
Right.
I
Don't know very much about this company, and I know you guys have had some really iffy experiences with them. I haven't. I mean, I haven't seen any of their products, so if I were to get a hold of this, pick it up, and it felt like crap, I put it back down and say, okay, later.
But see, like for you, something like this would make more sense because you already have magazines and such.
The only thing that I really think they should have done is maybe consider, and it might be too big to reverse the magazine and put the PS90 magazine up top, because that is a really interesting setup where you got a 50-round side feed.
Oh, if they were using
PS90 mag, the 50-round mag, where it feeds. The only thing is it feeds the bullets and it rotates them to drop them into the chamber.
Right.
All right, I think it's great that companies are coming out with 5.7 guns. I mean, I'm glad Ruger did. Hope they come out with a carbine or something else. Not that I'm in love with the round. It's just a different round. Why not? The velocity is the thing that makes the 5.7 king, or either full auto. Since you're not doing full auto, get some velocity in it, I guess. I just like cool rounds being out there. Now, they said this is a backpack gun. That's their whole thing, is trying to sell it as that. Okay, and I'm assuming you go backpack is like your poop hits the fan, your go bag, that kind of thing.
No, I think you're going hiking.
Yeah, why in the heck would I take a 5.7? What the heck is a 5.7 gonna drop? I mean, seriously.
Well, how many rounds are you shooting at it? It depends.
Well, my thing, everybody's cute with that, how many rounds you're shooting at it. Here's my thing. You still got to hit it and hit it where it counts.
And if it's coming straight for you and it's big and black and or brown,
hey, calm down, racist.
I'm talking about a bear. Jeez, Tony.
But my whole thing is, it's not like it even has a lot of kinetic in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Backpack, yeah, 44, a mare's leg from Henry or any other company that makes one.
Or a 9mm, because 5.7 is 22 mag centerfire.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it does.
Internet real mad.
Well, no, it doesn't make the. I mean, yeah, you can say that just to tick people off, but it doesn't have a lot of. And I hate to use this term because it's old school. Doesn't have knockdown power, but it doesn't transfer a lot of energy for something with thick skin or anything else, bro. So what the heck are you taking it for? I mean, if you're going to take something to plink with, take a 22. There's a ton of them out there you can get that fold.
And ammo's cheap.
Yeah, and ammo's cheap and available. A go bag, maybe. But again, now we're talking about questioning Diamondback's ability to make quality products. And I can get a lot of other stuff in a go bag. I mean, this weighs like 4 pounds, but I can get a lot of stuff in a go bag that'll actually go.
Yeah, and I can just toss somebody that's going with me one of those escort shotguns.
I'm just saying, dude. I mean, hey, look, cool. I wish them the best. They didn't do anything personally to me except, well, actually, they were really nasty to me.
Right. They've never done anything personally mean to me. Their quality, hopefully their quality is getting better as they bring more stuff out like this. I mean, I'm hopeful. I mean, they haven't done anything like Springfield. So, there's still hope for them. I mean, PSA went through their cycle of having, problems. It happens sometimes when you grow too fast. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt if I keep seeing good stuff from them. That's it.
Look, that's being diplomatic.
Here's my take on it.
Diplomacy's over.
I effing hate it. I hate 5.7. I hate Diamondback. That is all.
Okay.
But seriously, wasn't Diamondback started by a guy who used to work at Keltec?
I have no idea about that.
I believe that's a thing.
Okay. I can see the legacy.
So I'm gonna leave that for what it is.
Yeah. See, and I don't know.
I hate this round. I hate this gun, and I kind of hate you for putting it in the show notes, Chad.
What? What was that?
I kind of hate you for putting in the show notes.
Well, I did it because
like Dr. Zeus.
I needed to. I just needed to hate on something. This lockdown's got me hating.
Did Rob say Dr. Zeus?
Dr. Zeus.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Zane would sound like Dr. Zeus. I do not like this gun.
I will not shoot
Sam,
this on
I
the
am.
train. I will not shoot this in the rain.
I will not shoot it in the rain. I will not shoot the range. I will not shoot it with bullets. I will not shoot it for anything. The only thing I'll do is throw it out.
See, what they should do with this gun is just make it in 223.
Or 9mm if you want
9mm
short
would
of
make,
a barrel.
yeah. 9mm would be a good, yeah. But, it's different because nobody.
Or 45 gap.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
45 gap should be able to make a comeback.
Yeah, that was like the.
Oh, it should.
Yeah, I'll go with the 44 auto mag round.
I think the Florida Highway Patrol fell for that one.
There's
I wonder
like two PDs that fell for it.
I wonder how small you could make this thing in 32 ACP.
The only thing I'll say about this is I looked up their websites list their home address as Cocoa, Florida.
Yep.
Which I think is pretty close to where Keltec is.
I'm pretty sure the guy who started Diamondback was a Keltec employee, because their first pistol they released, it looked a lot like a P3AT.
Probably. Well, so does the Ruger LCP, but
yeah, but they straight jacked that. They don't even care. They're like, Ruger was like the biggest inmate on the tier. Yeah, I took your cornbread.
That's okay.
But difference is ours will work.
Yeah, that was.
Make them.
Go ahead, Rob.
I said the difference is Ruger says ours will work, and we actually will make them, not once or twice a year.
Exactly. So that was the Diamondback DBX 5.7. We kind of don't really have any listener feedback because, some of the feedback I just kind of stuck in with the questions that
Hold on,
are
I got an
coming in.
email.
Oh, Tony's got something. All I got was, I love you guys. Here's an axe for you. Somebody sent that in right before the show.
That's funny. Yeah, here's an email. It's from definitely not Tony. It says, Tony carries that show. He's wonderful. You guys should have him on every week. Oh, yeah, you do. Zane sucks.
There, I fixed it.
There we go. That much better.
I mean, we don't need any of that negativity in our life.
Now, you see, I knew when he got to me, he would be kind of nice because he's got a box of ammo for his
You just gave
So he'd
yourself
be
some ammo.
nice until the ammo goes bye-bye. Then he'd start being back to being mean.
Probably
Yeah, when
have
I-
listener feedback last week because the last time I said I hated Diamondback, we got a really, really angry.
Oh,
guy.
okay. Yeah, we hate Springfield Armory too. So hey, let's go ahead and email it out. And oh yeah, Surefire is a bunch of backstabbers that support Dianne Feinstein by donating $10,000 to her campaign.
Oh, didn't Benchmade Knives do something like
Benchmade
that
cut
too?
up guns for cops.
Oh, that's right. And then they were found donating to like
Anti-gun
Democrats
people.
here in Oregon.
Yeah,
but you know,
hey,
we're
listen,
not.
your favorite tactical dude loves them, so yeah, you have to love them too. So go
Oh.
ahead and support somebody that tries to take your rights away by giving these
I was
tips.
really. I have to say, I was disappointed in Benchmade because now I can't buy a Benchmade knife. I'll just have to go buy something better.
Yeah, Crudo.
Oh yeah.
Somebody that actually supports the Second Amendment organization. Crudo Knives. Thank you very much.
Well, see, I can
Crudo.
even keep it in Oregon and buy a ZT.
All right,
You
there you
know,
go. They haven't
know,
done
or-
a darn thing for me, but whatever.
Exactly, but you know what I
Hey,
mean.
it doesn't bother me.
So the
ZT is a solid company.
listener feedback consisted of everybody we hate, or don't actually hate, just So Tony, you kind of went over this, but you can do it again.
Okay. What'd I go over?
Second is for everyone diversity.
The second is very different diversity shoot. You can donate to me if you want to. What we have is right now we're giving a rifle away with a lower from Devil Star that says, I am here for the boogaloo. I think I'll make another post of that tomorrow and announce it to the world wide. $20 and above. It's coming with that lower and a Palmetto State Armory carbine rifle kit. So that will be the carbine rifle will be mailed to your house, and the lower will be sent to your FFL. One lucky guy or lady on Patreon will get that for this month if they donate $20 or more for this month. As soon as I get the confirmation that we got paid and the money's in our account, I'll draw a name, make a video, and contact the person who won. So that's what's happening there. Next month, we're working with High Point. High Point's giving away a carbine. I'm going to try to find out if they can give away a 10 mil. And we also have Larry Vickers' signed AR-15 Volume 2 book that we'll be giving away to patrons. So we have a lot of stuff. Plus, I have some knives I'm going to be giving away, patches I'm going to be giving away, stickers I'm going to be giving away, and swag I'm going to be giving away. So become a Patreon over at patreon.com, 2A4E podcast. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we thank you, Tony. So, send questions, comments, or feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com, and especially those questions so you can get entered to win all this cool stuff. You can go pledge your support for us at gunandgearcult.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Check out all the other great shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. Be sure to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Firearms Insider. And of course, thank you for listening to the largest Super Duty podcast on the network. That's like F650 for you guys out there. And we are out.
Bye.